here's what's up. We're not going from here to somewhere to play poker this time. We already went, so we're gonna go back in the future. Hey! Knock it off! I'm vlogging here. But hey, this vlog has a sponsor, and the sponsor is somebody that's it's actually pretty cool. The sponsor of this vlog is none other than Poker Paint. Look at this thing. He sent me this thing in the mail somehow. Look at that thing. It's 4 feet by 4 feet. It's my favorite player, Phil Hellmuth. He can probably do anything that you guys want. I know he can because he made that. He can certainly make your ugly mug. So if you want a painting like this, or if you want a painting of somebody else on this really cool canvas thing with a frame and all that good stuff, hit him up in the description box below, guys. Poker Paint. It's pretty cool. Love it. I'm glad he's part of the vlog now. It's a great looking product. Me and Grace went to St. Louis, Missouri, you know, America's unwiped butthole, to play the poker. Let's do it. On the first hand, from the big blind, a discount I get if I'm so inclined. I see a lot of limping into this match, a battle for sure for the round clay scratch. I might throw out a raise, trust me it's no trick, for when I look down at my holding, I see Big Slick. I gotta pump it up to an Andrew Jackson, trying to create some action for this big transaction. I need a subtraction, just a tiny fraction of your stack so I can get me some satisfaction. Everyone is folding their original holdings. I find this revolting that they're all bolting. I wanna battle, I wanna fight, I need that war, but maybe I should be careful what I wish for. We are headed to the flop, just me and another player. I have a top 10 hand, but all he has is a prayer. The board comes Jack, Jack, 9, missing my hand, but I wouldn't be a gambler if I didn't take my stand. I fire out a wager, another 20 USD, but I should have gone higher because he just called me. I need to get lucky on 4th Street, but it's a red 10 and I'm dead meat. But my opponent checks too, he must not like this card. Gives me some hope from the poker graveyard. I have one last chance to improve to the winner, but I failed to do so, so no chicken dinner. Neither of us bet and we go to showdown, and he shows me what I already know, that I'm a clown who got a beat down. I see a straddle. It's gonna be a battle. A blind raise that hopefully pays. Now I could pump it. I can make them dump it. I could build the pot, but I said not. I flop top pair, which is really rare, and they check to me, so I bet money, and I get one call from alcohol. The turn's a king. Guess what? I'm still betting, and I'm not concerned about being burned. I like my hand. I have a plan. This gentleman, he calls my bet, but he's no threat. There's another king, which that can mean another swing. I bet 3 streets because he's weak, and I'll get paid while he gets played. They call this max value. What can you do? He never folds, so give me the golds. All right, you guys have been blessed. Blessed or cursed? I don't know. You guys have been blessed with my singing voice enough for one vlog. If I do any more, people are going to think that I'm, not a serious strategical poker player, and that's the last thing that we want. Here, what do we got? 8-5 of spade. If that ain't worth $16, what is? So I may get $16 over a limp because I'm crazy. And I get one koala, one gentleman koala. We go to a flop, Jack 3-3. I have a flush draw. it's hard to have a flush draw. So if we're going to bet with 8-5 before the flop, we might as well bet with 8-5 after the flop, and then I get called. So I'm probably losing. You know, he probably has 8 high beat. Deuce of diamonds on the turn, a total blank. In for a penny, out for a pound of pennies. So I bet $60 here to try to get him to throw his hand into the muck. Not only does he throw his hand into the muck, but he shows a jack. That's amazing. That's a huge win for us. If he's going to fold a jack on a jack-eye board when we bet, we should be betting this guy all the time, right? I think so. So I think that hand worked out really super-duper well for us, even though it probably shouldn't have, because he probably should have came along. Cutoff raises to 10, button calls the 10, small blind calls the 10, and I have 9-10 of hearts. Here, I decide to bump it up, just try to steal that $32 just sitting out there. No one seems to really want it, so I'm going to go get it. Plus, you know, you can't always just raise with the nutter butters, otherwise people will get a read on you. So 9-10 suited, that's a pretty good hand to 3-bet. I throw out $65 just to see what happens. And like I said, just to take it down. But that's not going to happen because the button decided that he had a hand worth 10, and now he's got a hand that's worth 65. So we're going to have to do a little trickery, a little sorcery on the flop to try to get that to come our way. That's a pretty good flop to do it, ace, queen, queen, because as much as I hate to talk about stuff like this, there's a range advantage here. The 3-better, when it comes high, the 3-better usually has an advantage here. So I'm going to fire out $60, a little down bet, because between you and me, I don't have anything. So I bet $60 and he makes it $120, which is kind of like the stupidest thing you can possibly do, because what that's going to make me look like is a buffoon. Because I have to fold for $60 more, so he knows I was up to no good. I had my hand in the cookie jar and he caught me. Okay, Nerdbirds, here's what's going on. Grace is playing 1-2, I'm playing 2-3. The reason that we're doing that is there's only 1-2-3 game. I don't want to play on the same table, sir. Here's the thing, though. My 1-2 game's actually pretty good. I got some of those guys with, like, the multiple cell phones because they're busy bees. So I've been on, like, a little bit of a losing streak. It seems like a super-duper long losing streak because we don't play that often. And so anyway, even though it goes against everything that I stand for, I have been doing a little bit of study outside of just playing. Now, when I say I'm studying, I read 3 chapters of one book. But I can already tell you it's made vast improvements on my game out here. Coming in there hot, you know, and mixing it up a little bit. We do have a player at the table who's, I don't know, they're such stupid names. VIP, fun, you know, these stupid names. He's not very good at poker. If you told him to his face, hey, you're not very good at poker, he'd be like, duh. You know, I mean, like, he's not very good at poker. So everybody's playing for him, and it's working out for everybody, especially me. I was gonna rap this hand because, you know, I'm like this world famous poker vlogging rapper, but this guy got mad at me in this hand, so I thought that I'd rather just kind of talk about it because, you know, he violently you know, with his hand, he openly hits the chair. What's that called? A slap. He slaps the chair. And it's going to be super anticlimactic when you see it. But here, I should have raised. I had been doing a lot of raising, so I should have raised this hand pre-flop if I was going to call, if I was going to play. Instead, I called like a nincompoop. But we go to a 7-high board, which is going to be kind of good for me. So the pre-flop raiser, the pre-flop aggressor, the guy pre-flop who made it more than the blinds, he makes it $20 to go here. And you know what? Let's just win the money now. I have 9 high, so I'm just going to make it $65. And we'll just win the hand like right now. And if we don't win the hand right now, that's okay because we already told him we have a super duper strong hand. So even if he has like aces or kings, on some runouts, he's going to get scurred. He's not going to be able to continue because he's going to be like, oh, crap, man, that blind, he put in a lot of money on a 7-5 deuce. He knows that my range is strong, so he must have a really good hand. Well, it doesn't much matter all of that stuff now because now I really do have a really good hand. So now I want it to change completely. I don't want him to have a 1-pair hand. I want him to be slow playing like pocket sevens or something because I got the nuts. So can't stop now. I would bet anyway if I didn't have anything. So I got to bet when I do have something. So I fire out $150 in the shape of a penis, and he goes into the tank for a little while. He only has like 300 total right now, maybe less than that. So if he calls this 150, it should be very easy to get the money in on the river. So he actually does call the $150. We go heads up to a river, and I kind of get a terrible card because now it's like blatant that I have to have like a 6, because why would I? Well, how could I bet if I didn't, right? That's not entirely true. I guess I could have 2 pairs still, because I'm still putting him on a giant pair, you know. So, but anyway, it scares him regardless, and he throws his hand into the muck. And look at this, just violently, right? Boom! Oh man, that chair didn't know what's coming. Now, this is a story all about how my game got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I took ace-jack and bluffed his derriere. In West St. Louis, where the game is played, on a no-limit table where I spent most of my days betting out, checking in, bluffing so cool, out playing everyone, and taking them to school, when a couple of guys who were up to no good, when they saw my bet, they misunderstood. I got in one little fight under the gun, got scared. He said he's folding his hand and he felt despaired. I whistled for help, and when it came near, my thought was to rack up and go see the cashier. If anything that I could say that this thought was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, let's kick his derriere. I turned ace-jack suited into a bluff, and I told myself I wanted to look tough. I looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on the throne of the prince with no pair. I was late to filming that, but these guys are like destroying everything over here. See? We're gonna let them go. It did not end well for him. So the poker game is over. The UFC is still going on. I didn't cash out because the casino is very friendly to me and Grace, so they don't seem to like when we do the cash out videos. I'm just stopped doing that. I know without a cash out video, you guys always say, but we didn't get to see how much you won. I won 300 and something. That's the end of this part of the vlog. I'm sending it back to wherever I was talking to you earlier. So I'm out. Bye. I think you're doing it wrong.
It's wood burning. It's supposed to take several times to light.
Why would anybody make something that's supposed to take several times to do it?
It's like your poker game. It takes several times for you to book a win.